Hi.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to yet another Mega64 podcast. Tonight's show is brought to you by meh.com.
I just...
What? Yeah.
Rocco insisted we do this because it's his favorite website of all time.
Meh.com.
Wow, that is I thought I was being pranked.
No, dude.
I thought this was another Kevin stunt.
Is that official logo?
That's the logo. You guys aren't meh heads?
Med.com. Med.com is a daily deal site from the makers of Woot.com. Is it okay that we say Woot?
Woot.
Is it okay
confirmation on that?
Woot?
Ask your parents if you are allowed.
We had to find a sponsor, and we had to find one based off Rocco's favorite word.
Yeah,
and
wow.
we did it.
Well, thanks a lot for that. Okay.
Meh.
Well, I still don't. I think I'm being tricked.
You're not.
But I've heard they're a great site. They've got deals every day. So check it out and investigate if this is a stunt.
You go to med.com, and there's a giant, it says the word meh.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think this is a prank.
This is
It
not.
says meh.
It's not a prank.
There's a button that says meh.
Our plug came up, and I thought, I'm going to give them what they want. I'm going to play right into it.
Yeah.
But apparently, it's a great site. So I guess
I
go
told
to
you.
med.com.
God.
Okay.
I think this is fake.
There's the meh button. They've invented meh button technology. You don't need to put that. People know what it is.
I think this is a stunt. You investigate and get back to us.
And then Daily Deal, they have shit for sale, fucking can of soda or macaroni and cheese.
Or a human skull.
Socks or a human
Yeah.
skull. If you like it, you click buy. If you think it sucks, you go meh. And you hit the meh button technology. You activate meh tech.
MedTech activated.
Yeah. And
So you have to say it out loud.
you basically you say fuck off to this.
Vocal recognition.
It's all based around saying fuck off to this.
You know what?
But every once in a while, you might think, all right, that thing I like.
Yeah, I hate retail stores, so I'm an online kind of guy.
Do you know what I call meh tech?
What?
Mech.
Oh, that's lame.
Theme song.
I'm a lonely horseman, got my pistol. I'm just trying to be somebody besides a lonely horseman. Got my gun at my side. I'm just trying to be a lonely horseman, 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 lonely horseman.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. Welcome to our show.
We're back.
Yeah, we just plugged med.com. I don't think anything will ever top the first plug we ever did for Kickapoo, where we joked that it had rat feces and caused cancer.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
yeah.
remember that?
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
I remember not being the one that said that.
I remember
I
the one
remember
who
too.
said that.
I take full disclosure.
Credit or responsibility, one of them.
I thought it would be funny to make these jokes like, oh, Kickapoo, they're sponsoring us, but if the sponsorship goes away, we might talk some shit. Say it has, animal poop in it. It causes cancer. Biggest fucking bold email hits our inbox from Kickapoo corporate headquarters. Like, never again insinuate that our drink causes cancer. That was a teachable moment for old Derek Acosta.
Yeah.
there.
If you ever do a show, don't do that. Don't do any of that.
So you'll notice the med plug went a lot smoother.
That was good.
Hey.
You'll never know where the line is if you don't cross it once in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Tonight, we're filming this on a Sunday night where nothing else is happening in entertainment. It's kind of like we weren't even going to stream,
Dead
but I was
Sunday.
told nothing's happening tonight.
Right.
So we just said, well, let's go live at 6 p.m. Pacific because that's specifically when there's nothing
I would
happening.
actually like to take a moment to dedicate tonight's podcast to one of the greatest shows of all time. Going off the air. In fact, by the time you watch this, I'm going to say it's probably already off the air. Coach.
Modern Family. Oh.
I thought.
Coach.
Craig
with
T. Nelson.
Craig T. Nelson.
Yeah. By the time you hear this, it's probably
The
off.
funniest fucking show, second to this one, of all time. Craig T. Nelson, you rule.
I love Craig T. Nelson. You're right.
Does
Craig
anyone
T.
out
Craig T.
there...
Nelson fucks.
Podcast question of the week. Does anyone out there hate Craig T. Nelson.
No.
Like
No.
who is like in such a rage about Craig T. Nelson? Like this guy fucking sucks.
Craig T.
Fuck
Nelson
this guy.
dicks down.
I will
dude.
say
He
though, I
sucks.
don't know anything about his personal life at all.
I do, I
like
know.
zero.
I
but
know
I
everything.
do. You know, every time I see him on TV, like, look at that guy. He looks so nice.
People probably
He
ask
looks
the
so
question, does Craig like to fuck? I say he does.
Yes.
What if Craig T. Nelson
We have lights popping.
liked to fuck?
Yeah, there is a light like that is
I'm gonna
going
unplug
haywire right
Kevin,
now.
go unplug it.
It
Plug
just
that real
shot a
quick.
spark.
Did it really?
It did.
Incoming
Something
electrical
like that.
fire on the Mega 64 set.
Yeah, so everybody watch as the chaos unfolds. You know, you always, if you ever wanted to see someone die on our show, tonight maybe
Thanks, Kevin.
you may. I was
Saved
going to
us.
say you may have gotten your wish, but Kevin had to ruin it.
Saved us.
Kevin
Saved
had
our
to fix
lives.
it.
I can turn it up to max if you want.
Craig T. Nelson
maybe when we're
is
done.
he's a good coach, not like that bad coach. Craig T. Nelson
Sandusky.
fucks, but he fucks adults.
Yeah.
That's who I'm referring to,
Well,
Rocco.
you said bad. Who's
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm thinking bad.
And that's
bad
why I want
coach.
everyone
Yeah.
to. I want to verify that Craig T. Nelson fucks, but they're all adults, man.
I was thinking like, I don't know,
Yeah.
Coach McGurk or
No,
something like
I
that.
know.
Another
Rocco hit the nail
fictional-
on the head. Bad coach.
I'm with
Okay,
I'm with
okay,
Garrett.
so you
they should reboot Coach. Craig
Yeah.
T. Nelson plays it, but this time it's called Evil Coach.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's like
evil coach.
doing all the shit that's in the news. You know, he's like sneaking kids into college,
No.
getting
No.
payoff, and
Yeah.
then he's like,
Oh,
"Ooh, I gotta
Dude.
inspect you."
Yeah, he's the coach that photoshops people's faces onto
Water polo players.
athletes like this whole scandal. Yeah,
Oh, that
that's what it's
sucks.
about. Evil coach.
Evil
Hey,
coach.
people out there, I want to see evil coach fan art. Please get to work on like what that would look like Orochi coach.
Orochi coach.
Orochi.
yeah.
And he's like, got the fire in his hand.
Roachy Coach.
And Craig T. could still play him. I mean, have that.
No,
be,
he
everyone
should
loves.
play him.
No, everyone loves
No.
Craig T. So let him be in the reboot.
No, I don't want a lovable guy in that role. It's got to be like, who's the most hated person in America?
Oh, Mel Gibson.
Yeah, Mel Gibson as
Mel
evil
Gibson, he's
That
back.
he fits.
He's back on top.
Oh.
Everybody,
Jodie
everybody loves
Foster
Mel again.
said
no,
he's fine.
Can't forgive him.
Is that what happened? Someone said
It
he's
would
fine.
have to be. It would have to be
Bill Cosby.
It would have to be like Louis C.K. or Bill Cosbo or
Yeah.
Weinstein.
or Kevin Spacey or
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey
He can't
Weinstein.
produce anymore, but maybe he can act. Maybe that's his second chance.
Eh.
And he's gonna go, "Hey, that's me. I'm not
Is
not evil
that
coach.
What, I
yeah,
have no idea what that guy sounds like. How would you know what he
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
kinda like
He
that.
sounds like that.
Little-
you never
little
heard
Jabba the Hutt.
He had a Howard Stern interview.
Kevin
You never heard that?
Spacey,
No.
Bill Cosby,
Yeah.
Louis C.K.
Uh huh.
and Harvey Weinstein in his first acting role. All four of them star in Roach Coach Squad.
You know what's crazy?
yeah.
If you would have told me that list 6 years ago, I'd be like, "What? What's this awesome list that I want to be on?" That's what I would think. Just hearing that list,
Is this Ocean's
I
18?
wouldn't think it's
What
like
is this?
a list
Bad
of evil
news
people,
for you.
but it was.
This really
we
became
didn't know.
it became kind of the Avengers a little bit. the worst team.
directed by Woody Allen, said somebody in the chat.
Smart.
I don't
Yeah.
think Woody Allen would direct it. He's busy,
The hot ones. What the hot ones?
In my mind, that
Enough
joke,
said.
that joke is killer in my mind. I'm trying to become a better
God.
person, so I don't make the Woody Allen jokes like I used to. Sorry,
That's okay.
I'm
No, I like it. I like the new you.
I'm soft now.
You're a cuck. That's all.
yeah. Hey, you said it. I'm a cuck.
Fully
Derek or Cucksta.
cucked and loaded.
No, but anyway, but all jokes aside, or were they jokes? That's for you to decide. Yeah, the Game of Thrones is ending tonight.
say
Game
it
of
ain't
Thrones
so.
is having its finale, but probably by the time most people see this, they will have watched the finale. But we haven't seen it yet, so I guess we don't really have any insightful commentary.
No,
on that.
but everyone who's watching like live, thank you because you chose.
Yeah, thank
us.
you. You chose us instead of that. But you know what? After the way everything has unfolded this week, it doesn't surprise me as much as it would.
because we're so fucking funny.
What
Yeah.
unfolded this week?
They don't have cable.
What
that's
unfolded
why.
this week? We put out our Metal Gear behind the scenes video, and I think people think we're so charming that it's like
People-
no brainer. Watch this instead.
People love those behind the scenes videos.
Oh, is the
They
response
love
good?
them. Yeah, dude. The response is so positive.
Wow, that's really good to hear.
Yeah, everyone loves it.
Long form too. Like
We got a Rocco Crush video out of it.
I kept seeing that, but I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, what does that mean?
So
Did you
I
watch
didn't-
the BTS?
I didn't know
with the
either.
feet?
I didn't know either that there's a thing. I guess it's a fetish thing where it's like you're crushing the camera with your foot, you know, like a foot fetish thing.
Yeah.
You should've
I
known.
was trying to pick up a GoPro off the bottom of the
With your
pool with my foot, and I put that
Come on,
footage
you
in
knew.
the
Come on,
video,
you
and
knew.
So a
people
crush
told
video
me
is
they were
like
getting
your
horny.
foot is crushing, not you have a crush on
You knew.
something.
I feel like we were there on site saying this is gonna be fetish footage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
we made
did-
that joke.
We made
but,
the joke,
but I didn't know what a crush
that
video
crush, Yeah, I didn't know
okay.
that term.
because people kept telling me you made a crush video. You know that, right? And I was like, what? Who do I have a crush on? Nobody. But it was my foot. That there was another.
Who do
thing
you have
too.
a crush on?
Yeah.
You crushing on anybody right now, dog?
Rule
can't- I can't
34.
say.
It's like there's everything is porno now.
You into anybody right now? Famous or not famous?
can't.
If they're not famous, shout them out because nobody's even know who that
They
is.
may or may not be famous, but they're
Oh.
definitely not alive.
Oh.
So that's
Okay.
why I don't want to.
That wouldn't
fuck?
work
I don't
out,
want to
man.
talk about.
Bundy vibes.
Jesus. God damn.
But anyway, so I didn't know about that, and then there were a lot of comments about like pressure washing dick and balls too, and I was like, oh yeah, that was in there as well. Garrett says he's going to do that because he's pumping the water pump so many times, which that puts it to bed. Was Kevin really pissing? No, it was a water pump.
It was water.
We wanted Kevin to actually
You guys,
piss. He
I
threw a
want
whole fit about
close
it.
up on
He
me.
wouldn't do it.
I
Close
said
up on me.
I'd clean it up.
tried. I had a heart to heart with Kevin saying, "Look, I know it's gross, but Garrett and I will clean it up, and it'll
It'll be so much funny.
Why does it take two men to clean up one guy's piss?
We were trying to convince
Trying to
him.
convince him, like,
One to
hey, you don't
supervise.
have to worry about this.
I'd have
No big
pissed
deal.
up pants.
Will you piss your pants? I'll clean it up. No. All right.
But
Me and
it's
my
like,
friend will clean it up.
Garrett,
I'm in.
I really think that it will be so funny
I
if
just
you
think
do this,
Sean
Kev.
was weirdly wanting me really bad later.
Because
We
how
had a whole
great
discussion.
with this last bit, the behind the scenes, if they said Kevin actually fucking peed,
I know.
it would have exploded. Everyone
Yeah.
was so happy.
I know
so
where Kevin's
dedicated.
coming from. I can't even piss in a public bathroom if anybody else is in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Let alone on camera with 5 of my friends fucking
Hey,
watching me.
I totally understand, and I wouldn't have peed either. I wouldn't
No,
have.
for comedy you would have overcame.
But-
Is that wait, hold on. Let's fuck the Metal Gear video. Okay. Is that for real? Do you actually have trouble like,
nervous
peeing in
pee?
a-
oh, I got so much trouble.
Really?
Can't release a drop.
Really?
Yeah.
We've
I
gone
need,
into this
we've
before.
talked about this before.
I need extreme privacy.
I didn't know if that had changed or anything.
The all gender bathroom changed my life
It's a godsend.
because you get an entire bathroom to yourself, and you know.
Are you saying that all gender bathroom is typically like there's not a lot of people in it?
The
Is that what
one
you-
banger.
family
No,
bathroom.
it's one. There's only one toilet in there,
You lock the door.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
and you
Got
lock
it,
the
got
door.
it,
And
got
most
it.
people are scared to go in there.
Well, the reason
'Cause
why
they
I
don't
thought
want people assuming all this shit about them.
the reason why I thought I know at sometimes we go to PAX in Seattle, and it's funny, they have male restrooms, female restrooms, and then gender neutral restrooms.
Yeah.
And it's always funny because the male and female ones are always packed.
Yeah.
And then the gender neutral one, it's like
Empty.
yeah, it's empty. It's like people don't know they can go in there or something, or they.
telling you,
I don't know, but I always go in there, and it's awesome because it's like you got this whole palatial restroom
Yeah,
to
dude.
yourself.
Yeah.
And
Palace.
so I just piss in every toilet. I just
Nice.
I save a drop for each one. I spread the waters like the 7 Seas or whatever. that
Johnny
shit.
Appleseed.
Well, anyways, I tried to convince Kevin to pee. I get why he didn't, but it would have been pretty funny for that video. It would have been funny.
It would have been
but-
yellower. It would have been.
He could have at least.
It looked like you peed though.
he
It
could
did
have at
look.
least peed in a container and then filled the
Yeah, we
Oh.
could
device
always
with
pump
it.
my
Well,
piss
Derek,
in my
could've
Yeah,
been real
now that's
pissed.
gross.
Yeah.
We didn't reveal.
That's gross.
Yeah, I want it fresh or not at all.
Did I use hot water? I can't remember.
No, it was cold. It was ice water.
Oh, it was I didn't even heat the water for you?
We have hot water here.
Yeah, I thought I put hot water
no,
in
no, it
it.
was ice water. I still haven't found my nuts.
Oh my god.
no.
I apologize, Kev.
Oh no, Kevin.
We're gonna find those nuts.
yeah.
It's funny because as I was watching that behind the scenes footage, they keep going, but if you pee now, how funny will behind the scenes be? Oh my God, if you pee now. And Derek, I can tell, I can see, I know him well enough. I see him in the footage, just like, yeah, okay, this guy's not going to piss in front of all of us.
Yeah.
Can we please?
It was
get
a
to the
waste
next
of
shot?
time.
That would bother you?
He's just has this look on his face, like, can we just pump the thing now? And
I just wanted to get the filming
we've been
done.
talking. We've been talking someone into pissing in front of us for 20 minutes. Can we move on?
I know.
Thank you.
And I want to do whatever made the video funnier, not the behind the
I
scenes.
get hung up sometimes on things, and I apologize.
Oh, I
Cracking me
mean,
up.
yeah, I don't think we spent an exorbitant amount of time
No.
trying to convince him.
No.
But we tried.
Longer than most people try to convince their friends to piss in front of them.
you know.
Yeah, you know.
Go big.
You know, if you average it out.
Sometimes we get sidetracked in pursuits that will never come to be.
Yeah.
Trying to get Kevin to piss on camera was one of them.
Okay.
It was a big sidetrack.
That's true.
That was a hard.
Anyways, I saw some comments. People didn't know who was Cyborg Ninja, but it was me and Garrett. I got the credit for it because in that one
left a
shot, it was
mystery.
me.
Yeah, you did it the most. I only wore it when you had to be Ocelot.
Right, but I'm just saying we were both that case.
Well, I was mentally synced up with you during your headbanging scene. I didn't notice. I mean, if you told me that happened, I wouldn't have remembered. But when I saw the behind the scenes video go up,
Yeah.
I am like banging my head along with you, hitting it on the
I
ground.
don't know if you know this, but like a lot of times when you're doing the line and like you're either behind the camera or right next to the person, you will mouth the person's.
Oh yeah,
Rocco does that too.
I've seen Rocco do it.
I
behind
was
the
doing it in
scenes,
that
too.
video too. You
Yeah.
didn't see me doing it.
Yeah, yeah. And also, like, you know, when Garrett puts makeup on you, he'll be like doing like a tongue thing. You do like a tongue thing.
Yeah.
He licks you.
I think you see that in our Cell Saga behind the scenes. I think we see that tongue thing. Yeah.
Speaking of Cell Saga
gonna
behind
show
the
me.
scenes, I checked the comments on that because it's linked to the Metal Gear. There's a big loop now. All the videos are created. So I was like clicking through the videos.
Sure.
And somebody asked if me having big lips as Cell was racist.
What?
To which I thought,
What the fuck?
those are just my lips. Those are just the lips I have.
Is that racist?
I don't know.
That you have
Well,
those
Derek, I
lips?
mean, you need a little self-reflection.
I didn't know what to make. I was just
Yeah, what do
born
you
with
think?
those lips.
What do you think?
If that's racist, then take it up with God.
Man. I feel like I feel like I have fucked up lips myself, and I don't know if anybody's ever asked me that.
Well, I will.
Okay.
Not now, but later.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
gonna ask
later.
you.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
like your pillowy
I'll
lips.
reflect on that later.
Does this offend you?
Pucker up,
no,
baby.
don't do that. Oh
Sorry.
my god.
Call the police.
That was my favorite. Honestly, when it again, this is just a product of knowing each other as long as we have. But when you played Cell in the Dragon Ball video we did, I remember thinking, cool. So he's gonna play all three forms. I already know how perfect Cell's gonna sound. You know, he's very proper, and Derek can do that. I already can picture it. First form's kind of tricky. You didn't really know how that was gonna go because he's like this big bug man. I don't know how Derek's gonna play that. But I remember being specifically really excited because I was like, I know Form 2, I already know how Derek's going to play it. He's going to do one of these. I just knew it. He looks that way. Do you know what I mean? He just looks like he just has such a like annoying like look to him that I thought, I hope he does that. And sure enough, you did. And shame on you for it because frankly, that was offensive.
I have a big mouth. Literally and figuratively. I've when I was in high school, I would see those old pictures of samurais that are like going into battle, and I would recreate the face, and that's when I realized I had a big mouth.
You'd open your mouth really wide. Oh wow.
I have the sword neck.
Oh, yeah. That's what they make that face.
I've
is. You
never
look like an
once.
Oni.
I've never once looked at your. I've never once thought Derek has a big mouth. It's never like been a thought to me.
Can you guys put your fist in your? Can you fit your whole fist?
You
in
mean
your
literally or figuratively?
Literally, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, it's big, dude.
Can you fit your fist in your mouth?
mouth? Yeah. Can you do the whole?
I've never
fist trick?
tried.
I don't either.
Okay, here's the thing. I
way.
think I can, but
it hurts.
I might get stuck in there.
What happens
Whoa,
if
we got
it
Your
gets
Rocco?
stuck?
fist, your
Wait,
fist
get
can get
Rocco.
stuck in your mouth.
That's just fingers, though.
That's,
When
I
was
didn't
in-
go the full thing.
Last time I tried was in 8th grade, and I got it in there. But then
Garrett.
really, it was hard to get out.
Garrett.
Yeah, it'll
He's
get-
got
it could
it.
get
Garrett
stuck in
did it. He's got it.
No, I got fingers.
That's about as far as I could go to.
Not the whole fist, though.
Ugh.
I could keep going,
It's kind of like hurts the cheeks.
but I choose not to.
I can't even like.
It hurts the sides of
Can't
my
even
cheeks.
get like my. I can't do anything.
What about where else can you put your fist?
Yeah, that's
well,
You care to share?
is this a fist?
because
Because this
I
could
don't
go
think-
pretty
that-
much anywhere.
yeah,
Nice. That's good.
that's a fist, dude. That counts.
What is and is not a fist? That's the question.
I'm really curious though. Let's go. We're talking about fetish stuff, obviously.
Nice. Hell yeah.
I really do
Nice.
want to know if that foot footage did anything for anybody. So if you really were into that,
I
I want
did,
everyone's
dude.
making the joke, but I want to know
Direct
the
message
truth.
Rocco and then go into detail.
No,
why you
don't
liked it.
actually do that. Just tweet.
Well, what are you asking
tweet
for?
Tweet at the Mega64 Twitter, so that way it's in a public space.
I paused it on my laptop and then put it on a chair and then sat on it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice, dude. Does
Rock hard.
anyone here have a thing for feet? In all honesty,
Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no.
Kevin
I'm
yelled opposite
anti-foot.
so quick that I actually doubt him.
Yeah.
I actually doubt him. I think that was a defense
Anti-
mechanism.
Feet are
Foot.
gross. I don't get the eroticism of feet.
Now here's the
Dude,
thing.
'cause it's
I don't
dirty.
think feet are gross. They're not hot either. They're just feet, and I don't give a shit about them.
That's a confession.
No,
get it.
Sean's
I'm
into
not
feet.
super grossed out by feet, but yeah, there's nothing like
there's just
attractive
feet.
or
No,
erotic
it's just
about
Wait, hold on. We're asking if Sean's into feet. We've seen
Yeah.
Sean and feet before.
You're the most
Okay.
free with your feet.
I'm very free with my feet because my feet get hot. I've said this.
Oh, dude, he
Oh,
says
your
feet
feet
are
are
hot.
Hot
My feet are not
His
hot.
feet
They
are hot.
Get hot.
He's hot
Yeah,
for
I-
feet.
To listen.
Yeah, when you're horny.
He wants to fuck his own arches.
Ooh,
That's what you probably do. You get a little turnaround thing.
Sean, every day Sean's at the very beginning of a foot
Self-gratify.
fetish porno. He's sitting there like, what's wrong? Oh, feet are getting hot. Oh, hold on.
Feet are getting
Ooh,
hot. What?
that's a little bit better. Still hot though.
My
Hold on. I'm not going to keep going.
Okay,
Like-
I know you wouldn't really do that.
last night,
feet now.
I was in a hotel sleeping.
Here it comes. Rocco
And
was
I-
asleep.
Uh-oh.
I cannot sleep in the hotel beds. They tuck the things. I have to kick up all the blankets that my
The
feet
look on
out of the
Rocco's
bed,
face.
hanging because it's so fucking hot.
What?
My feet are on fire.
Do you
if it's
know?
under the
Do you know
blanket.
if you when you look up like when doctors and psychologists and shit talk about like sleep that is the most when they talk about like the most what's the word for
Rejuvenating?
it? Type of sleep. It's when the human body what the human body wants during sleep is a cool head and warm feet.
Okay.
And Sean is the fucking opposite, where it's like, oh no, they're stomping on my feet.
Yeah.
What's up
wrong
with
with
that?
you?
Sean like wraps his head in a triple towel and
Yeah, he's
bare
putting
feet
the
out.
plastic bag
times
over
that
his head.
I've been camping and it is fucking freezing out, and I will have my feet out of the sleeping bag still because
What?
I have
Yeah, I
to.
would hate that.
Don't your
have
toes
to.
hurt?
Once again, that is another foot fetish porno. Guys walking through the campsite, middle of the night. He just looks at a tent, two bare feet sticking out the zippers.
It's like a cartoon.
Don't know who they are. He goes
Yeah,
over,
Smells them.
starts playing with them. Ooh, strange feet.
I used to, when I was a kid, I had a problem because like I was scared that someone was gonna grab my feet because they're always hanging off the bed, but I had to have them off the bed because they were so hot.
Oh, I
it
never
was
did
a
that.
real nightmare.
Do you ever get cold feet, like where your feet are really cold? Like,
Cold feet.
yeah.
Wedding day.
I mean,
He went through with it though.
no, I don't. I do not. No, my feet are never cold.
Okay.
Let's talk about the video on my fucking feet. My feet are boring and stupid. Let's talk about this fucking video.
Yeah, back to
We
Rocco's
said enough
fun.
about the video.
It was fun.
Yeah, we got to explore the psychology going on.
I got
Oh, yeah.
really. You talked about the arches of your feet. I have really flat feet.
Oh, no.
I remember when I was.
That's why you can't be in the military, dog.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say because I remember, when you turn 18, you fill out a draft card.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody does that, right?
Yeah.
And
I didn't.
And I remember when I did that. Did you really not do it?
I don't.
He did.
I don't disclose.
Oh, okay.
You did.
I don't remember doing it.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Maybe.
But I
a
remember
long
at
time
one
ago.
point. No, but I remember around then. I think I went to the doctor for something, and because I think I did something in PE and my foot was hurting, and then he was like, and he specifically said that he's like, if there ever is a draft, you're the first to go because they are not going to take. You're going to be you're holding everybody back.
First to go, as in your cut, not to
Yeah.
go to war.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. As in
first
I'm
to
cut.
die because his flat feet.
Yeah.
Make him
Front of the line.
unfit
But that was
warrior.
something that I had heard is like if you had really flat feet, they were like, oh, we don't want this guy.
What's the
think
disadvantage
that's
though? I don't
bullshit.
understand.
I don't know.
They will draft you and put you in like a command role. Like this guy can't run around,
Yeah,
so
but
make
he-
him
yeah.
make him do all the strategic thinking.
Yeah.
All those video games are going to come in handy.
What's the real disadvantage of
All
having
the
like you
Final
hear
Fantasy tactics?
you hear that flat foot is a negative, but what's the
I think your
negative?
feet hurt.
It's like you endure all the walking the least. Like you're just going to be a complaining you're a problem.
Yeah, arches are better for walking.
Arches are better for walking. That being said, I walk long distances and I never complain. I mean, like unless I don't want to go.
I mean, yeah, I've
Is
seen you
that
complain about
a
walking.
joke?
No.
Are you joking? I can't tell.
No, if it's something I want, I'll walk it. I'll walk 10 miles. I don't give
But
a
if
shit.
it's something we want,
But yeah, but if
that's
it's
when
like,
we-
but
that's
if it's
when we
like,
get the complaints.
no, that's really it. When we're in San Francisco and it's like, do you guys mind walking 5 miles to this restaurant? I'm like,
It was
no.
a good
we all
burger.
were thinking of the same
Of course we
restaurant
were.
in San
Wait, what?
Francisco.
Wait, no, I'm actually not thinking of that. What is that? I actually
The
don't know.
burger restaurant
The burger
that you
place.
threw things on the floor because you were mad that we walked so
The
far.
owners almost kicked us out of the restaurant because you were throwing.
You were
stuff.
throwing the straw container because you were so pissed that we walked so far.
We had to walk
Oh,
to like
yeah.
2 different restaurants because the first one was closed and it was
Yeah.
far and it was up San Francisco hills. And
Yes.
I don't want to embarrass.
That's
Rocco,
different.
but
That's different.
Brian
I
was
can
there?
remember so many instances where walking was a problem.
Walking up a shitload of hills in San Francisco is a lot different than just walking a long time.
you didn't want
Those
that burger.
hills
though.
are not normal hills. I will
Yeah,
give
and
you
I
that.
think in the context is important too. Is we walked up a shitload of those San Francisco hills for like, a place was closed.
Yeah, it
A
was
place-
like
and you hit that point where
20
it's like
minutes.
I've wanted to eat for like 6 hours. That's where I was
Actually-
at. It wasn't just that we walked.
I never knew you had flat feet. That recontextualizes so many
Yeah.
walking
You know what,
stories.
Rocco? I forgive you.
Yeah. One time, do you remember when we were in Seattle and we had to walk to the hotel and you abandoned us?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
He
I
took
might
a-
not
Took a
have.
taxi.
He hailed a taxi
Yeah.
and got in
your car?
and
Oh,
drove
yeah.
away
Someone
without
drive
us.
off.
Because I didn't want to. What I'm saying is
not what we wanted.
because honestly, we were going into PAX and I had like not slept that much. I didn't want to walk all the way to where we were going, so I was like, I'm gonna take.
But
a
we were all
cab.
going to the same hotel.
Yeah, so I got there quicker.
Why didn't you
have to do
offer
it.
them a ride?
I know it costs no extra money
Well,
to put your friends in the taxi with you.
It was fun.
It's all right.
It was funny to see
I
you drive
never
by
knew
those
you had
things.
this foot condition. I forgive you.
But when I'm like at like fucking like Epcot, I'll walk. When I was at Disney World, I walked 13 miles a day, and it was no big deal. But I don't want to walk to the hotel after I only slept a couple hours. Fuck that. I took the cab. Sue me.
There's logic there. I get it.
Sure. All right. Fair enough.
But I found that a lot of the trips when we would go to San Francisco, you're more likely to walk places there.
yes.
But there were so many times when someone in the group would like have, not anyone here, but someone would suggest a place and we'd walk like 5 miles and there was some bullshit or something. You know what I mean? Like you'd get there and it's like they're either closed or they have like a bagel and that's it. And it's like, I didn't walk 10 miles.
When
for
you're in a
that.
strange town.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not local. You don't fucking know.
So I would get feta. It's less that my feet would hurt and more that I would just be impatient.
Being
That
hangry.
I'm more patient
Dude,
now.
That happens to me at cons because
Yeah.
we've worked our asses off for 10
Yes.
hours standing, and then
Yes.
we haven't eaten all day, and we're trying to find the place to eat.
Yeah.
You know
then
what?
there's the conversation of agreeing on the restaurant, and
Right.
then it's like if there's any problems getting there, it
Yesterday.
sucks.
Fucking yesterday. Rocco and I were. I'm gonna say where we are. We were somewhere doing something. We're filming something.
Ooh.
And
We can say where I don't think that's a secret.
Oh.
We were in Utah.
Oh, okay. We were in Utah filming something. And so it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. Our hotel is here. We were filming all day and we are exhausted. And so we go to our hotel, check in. It's super late. And then there's a restaurant next door. Thank God, because there's literally nothing else for like miles.
Yeah. Endless nothing and one restaurant right next to us.
Open for an hour. Perfect. We walk in, look around, and the guy comes up. Oh, yeah, you know what? We're not going to serve any more food tonight, guys. Sorry. It's like, you're open for another fucking hour.
Should we have gotten here 3 hours earlier?
What the
or
fuck?
what-
I was
what- what would
I
you
was
like,
so
sir?
fucking mad at this.
Did you ask
They
him,
also
like-
wait. Hold on. You're missing the context too. That they made us stand at the front like Toontown Jokes.
Yeah.
We were standing there for like 20 minutes. Like, okay, no one's acknowledging us. Like, what are we doing? And then he finally walked up like we were idiots. Like, guys, we're not serving food anymore. Yeah, both sides are closed. Yeah, so it's like it's an hour until you close.
It says fucking open.
A lot of restaurants do that.
I
Is
don't
that
get
just
it.
like a millennial thing? Like we close at 11, but we stop serving food at 9:30.
This guy was no millennial.
But here's the thing. If you're going to
I'm a
cut it,
millennial.
if you're going to cut it off 20 minutes, hey, this is like a long meal process and it's 20 minutes to close. Okay. But an hour? Like, we were there an hour on the dot before they closed. An hour is not enough time?
Was
it's not
it
even 40 minutes.
Did they still serve drinks? Were they serving anything? Like, was it a
I think
bar?
I think they said they would serve us drinks.
You could try to go get a drink in the bar if you want.
But that wasn't even confident.
Yes, we said we could try.
You can try.
What the fuck do you have hours for?
That's what we're saying. And so it's like, I guess there's literally no other option but you.
Lock the fucking door and go home.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, why are you even here?
Yeah, so it was like, cool, you're the only thing in town. So thanks for sucking ass. Yeah. So we left. But we drove out further and further. I didn't think we were going to find anything.
It was like 10 miles.
Yeah, we're out in the middle of nowhere in Utah. And then it's like, over the hill, there's In-N-Out. I didn't know they had an In-N-Out in Utah, frankly. But then we found a place.
Freddy's
Steakburgers. Freddy's Steakburgers and frozen custard, or I think that was in the name, whatever. But it was a chain I've heard a couple people mention before, but it was so good,
dude.
And I was listen. Why is everyone yelling about Whataburger to me?
That's all I was thinking. Whataburger fucking sucks.
Dude, and then we walked into that Freddy Steakburger and it was like, this is like the best damn thing I've ever had. The burger was like crispy and good. The fries, now listen, I'm going to talk some shit. I'm not a fan of the real tiny crispy fries. They're like real small circumference. Sean really liked those. Shoestring.
Favorite kind of fries.
They're his favorite kind.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan. However, the great equalizer was this place had fry sauce, both regular and like a jalapeno version. You dip them in there. Oh my God, it was amazing. And they had frozen custard. I got a concrete, which I haven't been, since we've been in like Missouri, I haven't had what they call a concrete, which is like they just mix it up in a big cup full of shit. And it was amazing. It was so good. Nice. So I don't know. I don't know how I hadn't heard about that.
I really was in the worst fucking mood after that experience with that guy.
Yeah, we were so mad.
And I was like, nothing, even food isn't going to help me. I'm so fucking pissed. And then I had Freddy's. Like, I'm happy. It was really good. It was really good. So,
gotta stay positive.
Thank you, Freddy.
Thank you, Freddy.
You never know when a Freddy's is right around the corner.
That's right.
Exactly. That's something to remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm curious out there. That brings up a very good and important question. What is everyone's favorite sauce? Like dipping sauce or just, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Because some people really like the Raising Cane's dipping sauce. I love it. But I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I think my favorite is actually Chick-fil-A's sauce. I think that's my favorite sauce that's available at like a restaurant. Huh. That's just me, but what do you think?
I don't think I have an opinion on sauce. I'm not a sauce man.
What do you like?
I like sauce.
Mustard?
I like barbecue sauce if I want to
there you go.
Well, that's a sauce.
Burger. Oh, barbecue sauce.
It's in the name.
Barbecue sauce.
I stick with Grey Poupon. I just
really,
fancy boy here.
I'm gonna say mustard as well.
I love a lot of mustards, and
mustard.
I definitely
love mustard.
The Dijons, the spicier ones.
You know, I've never really eaten at Chick-fil-A.
Really?
I think I did once, like 10 years ago.
We were in Georgia, I think.
Did we go to Chick-fil-A? I don't think we went to Chick-fil-A when we were in Georgia.
Oh, maybe not. I think the airport, I thought we was like the last thing that was
like a
open.
chicken and waffles.
That's the first place I
maybe.
had it was in the airport.
Yeah.
Every day I hear about how Chick-fil-A is like secretly killing, like machine gunning gay people or something.
Yeah, I think I've heard
like
that too.
They're developing
not worth getting involved.
A nuke to drop on gay people. So I don't want to fund the nuke program.
You're anti-nuke.
I'm protesting Chick-fil-A.
Dude, speaking of nukes, I'm going to kind of
good stance.
Veer off a little bit here.
But it is sauce related.
It is not.
Oh, okay.
I have been watching that HBO miniseries Chernobyl.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, this is great. I'm really, really enjoying it. It's only 2 episodes in so far.
Segue.
But yeah, it was. You reminded me with nuke.
Is it a docu-series?
No, it's not a documentary, but it's like a story of what happened. So it's like a miniseries.
Oh,
but like it's like actors, not like people talking to you about it.
Yep.
But holy shit, like
Wait, so it's a show or a documentary?
It's a show.
Oh, okay.
And I did not know. I knew Chernobyl. All I knew is Chernobyl, radiation, don't go there.
Meltdown.
That's pretty much it. Meltdown. But I didn't really know anything else about it. Nothing else. And so this is like super interesting. Like them, like not believing it happened and like trying to like tell everyone like, oh no, everything's fine. Like it's just fucking crazy. So like how bad things could have gotten. Even though,
And how
great.
off their perception of the entire thing is. Like,
Yeah.
oh my
Meltdown in
God.
history.
Yeah. So it's really good. So I would
It
check
looked
it out.
really cool. I have not watched like a full episode.
I'm not
yet,
sure how many
but
episodes it's
what I
going to
saw
be.
was
I know
awesome.
it's like a limited thing and it's over. So
They
but
speak Russian or English?
They speak English for us.
Okay. Do they have an accent or anything?
They have like
Yes.
an English accent.
You know,
Oh, that's
now that you mention it, recently
I'm
for
into
the
that.
past few weeks, I've been reading the book Hiroshima.
Oh.
Which is about the nuke that was dropped on Japan during World War II. And that's fascinating as well. It's like 120 pages.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nukes are crazy, man.
Yeah, scary shit.
The nuke in
That's all the book
Hiroshima.
says. That's the
every
opening
single
line.
page says nukes are crazy. Some highlights from the story was every day leading up to the nuke being dropped, they would get a air raid alarm, basically saying like bombers are coming. All right, all clear. Like every day for like 2 weeks.
So no one believed it.
So that day they got bombers are coming. All right, all clear. It's fine. And then like 20 people like, all right, let's go back to work. 20 minutes later, flash goes off. Whole city is nuked.
No.
And the story follows 6 people who survived the bomb and like what happened on that day and where did they go for the next 40 years. It follows their life actually.
Jesus.
Whoa.
And nobody knew. They just knew that everybody had these crazy ideas because they had no concept of what a nuke was at the time. So
Right.
they were like, holy shit, it was a scatter bomb. It was we think it was one bomb that scattered a bunch of bombs all over the city. That's how it was able to blow up so much. And then a few weeks later, like, no, they were secret planes sprinkling magnesium powder all over the city. That way, when the bomb went off, it
blew everything up.
fried it all lit on fire. They had no
my
idea, no concept of radiation until like a month later, people's hair started falling out and the radiation sickness set in.
And that is what this whole thing too is. Like you see people just like not fully grasping what is going to fucking happen to them. And it's just like they're just like out like playing in this park next to this fire. It's like, don't fucking do that. Like it's just like it's crazy.
There was this, probably the most horrifying part of the book. There's this one doctor. Most of the people, when the nuke dropped, went to go stay in public parks because all the buildings were knocked down and the hospitals
shit.
were flooded with refugees. So it was like, don't go to a hospital. You're not going to get treated. Just go lay down in the park close to the river where you can like be in the water and cool yourself off. So this doctor is going back and forth from the hospital to the park. And at one point he's walking through the park and in the bushes, he hears people and they're like, help us, help us. And he goes over and it's a bunch of soldiers who were at the air base. And he's like, doctor, we're fucked up. We don't know what's going on. Can you help us? He's like, well, I'm on the way to the hospital, but I'll bring back help. He's like, yeah, like we're all blind here and we don't know why. Like we don't even know what happened. Their eyes had melted out of their heads and they hadn't realized it.
Oh my
Apparently
God.
the bomb went off and they were like looking up at the sky and the flash
Oh my God.
caused their eyes to melt. And he like didn't have the heart to tell them. So he's just like, just stay here and I'll be back.
Oh my God.
It's filled with like crazy moments like that. Check out Hiroshima by John Hershey.
If you're
I
looking
think.
for a fun read,
yeah.
pick it up today.
that one up.
I have something I want to say about a book I'm reading, and it actually ties into, well, books and melting eyeballs. But I want to do a couple plugs first, and then I'll bring it up.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching our show tonight. If you like it, you can always get involved and support. And I think one of the best ways is shop.mega64.com. And this is a big night because we do something on here called the 64-hour special where we'll put a shirt on sale, a rare shirt for only 64 hours. Though, you know, shop.mega64.com has a million great items and a ton of great designs, but we like to do like bootleg or sketchy, you know, one-offs that are only around for 64 hours. Well, we were thinking, well, we should do a shirt, you know, that ties into our Metal Gear video, you know, maybe something, you know, at one point we thought, well, you know, Derek playing Snake, would that work on a shirt? And then we thought, well, a long time ago, we had a shirt that had Derek as Snake already on it.
That's right.
And it was our worst shirt ever. So for only 64 hours, the worst shirt of all time that we ever put out. What a plug, right?
I mean,
It's back,
the
baby.
dumbass quote
Oh,
shirt,
God.
which we've talked about for years,
I can't even believe it.
all in the context of regret, is available at shop.mega64.com.
Rocco thought, hey, people are going to buy this shirt. And I'm like, I don't think we're going to sell fucking one.
I don't think so.
I don't think we're going to sell one.
People have been asking
And
for
I
it.
said, I think it's going to be a huge hit. So the game is on.
The game is on.
Who's going to be right?
I mean, yeah, I don't get it either, Sharubu. Don't worry
Somebody in
about
the chat said it's as bad as it used to be.
it. Yeah, it's the worst shirt.
But people ask for it every once in a while, so now it's time
Hey,
for them
It's
to
been
put
a
their
running
money
joke.
where their
Hey,
mouth is.
It's the 10th anniversary of this shitty ass shirt that we put out.
It is, and honestly, I mean, if you want it, I guess this is your chance. I can't imagine why you'd want to wear it, but you know what?
You know what? Video came out this week. Game of Thrones actors disappointed with Game of Thrones. I'm gonna plug this shirt the way they plugged the final season.
Okay.
This shirt is hilarious. It is possibly the greatest shirt Mega64 has ever made, and I think everybody out there is going to be blown away when they wear it.
That was
Thank you, Peter Dinklage.
done to a T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What every interview I've seen has been. No,
Nobody wants to say it's bad,
gonna
so
be,
they're just depressed, talking about how great it is.
Epic is the only word I can use to describe. Anyway, so check that out. Shop.mega64.com. Obviously patreon.com/mega64 is another great place full of exclusives that you could get, support the show. Everyone watching on Twitch right now, I wanted to let you guys know, it's always a good idea, throw us a Twitch Prime sub for the month if you got it. If you have Amazon Prime.
Or just get a regular Twitch
doesn't
sub if you
cost
want
you anything. Whatever. If you like doing
you wanna
Twitch
do.
stuff, whatever, throw us a sub. Okay, great. Just want to let you guys know, we threw in a bunch of new emotes into our chat. A bunch of live action emotes featuring some of our most classic moments. You've got me damaged, in case you're feeling damaged, and a smile. Sean crying, Sean going Super Saiyan.
Oh, I'm eating
Derek,
ass.
The duality of Derek. You have the dismissive kind of Derek, and also the
Bored Derek.
wrap this up, Derek.
Med Derek.
And then, of course, the only variant we need of Garrett, eating ass Garrett. So you can't go wrong with these emotes.
Wow.
So check them out if you want to do that. And then I want to give a shout out to, again, our sponsor, med.com, which I don't think it's real, but check it out for yourself and you tell me if I'm been put up to a stunt. Med.com, the daily deal website from the creators of woot.com back in the day. Was that real? It was. But med.com, judge for yourself. And if you get a good deal, you let me know because I think I've been put up to fail.
Oh, okay.
What's
Wow.
the daily deal? Oh, shit. I'm going to go to med.com right now, see what they're selling.
Ask yourself, how is the podcast going so far?
Great.
Fucking great.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say meh.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Garrett, too easy. While you're looking that up, Derek, there you go. Thanks, Brian. I did get a lot of people ask me how my ankle is doing, and I want everyone to know.
yeah.
I mean, I'm
yeah.
talking like a lot of messages, more than I think ever before. On
Really?
an issue.
People are concerned.
People are really concerned
Damn.
about my ankle.
Wait, hold on. Let's contextualize this. In
Okay.
the Metal Gear Solid behind the scenes video,
Yeah.
when you go down the stairs on a cooler,
So dumb.
you can see Sean's. I didn't know until I watched the behind the scenes footage that his foot turns like backwards.
Yeah.
I mean, I was slowing it down frame by frame, like, oh my God. He kept saying he hurt his ankle. I didn't know it fully twisted around. It was so gross.
Yeah, but I'm glad that I did not see that footage until now because I would have gone to the doctor and I didn't, and I'm fine. So
See,
my
lesson
God.
learnd.
Doctors are overrated. This
yeah,
is what
I
I'm
saved
always
some
saying.
money and my ankle's fine.
People are always saying, I want health care. When are we going to have universal health care?
My eyes melted out of my sockets.
Doctors are a fucking scam.
Let me tell you, I've had healthcare. I pay out the ass to have healthcare.
Exactly.
And guess what? It sucks.
It does suck.
Whereas a video game, that's $60 and it's fun.
It's awesome.
Yeah, you know what my copay is to go to the doctor? It's $75, and that's way more expensive than video games.
Yeah,
just
I
stay
could have
home
bought Red
and-
Dead
and
put it
2.
on
Half
ice
is
and
fun.
play Red Dead. Exactly.
Half is fun at most.
Did you see the thing that what was it? Was it Delta Airlines?
No.
The thing that they sent to their employees?
No, what?
Okay, so they got some flack this week. So they I think Delta Airlines employees are talking about unionizing. Like they really want to unionize.
Okay.
Delta don't like that.
Delta sent a thing to their employees that was union dues on average cost $700 a year. wouldn't it be a lot more fun to have a brand new game console?
And there's like a picture
And
of a controller.
A controller, and it's like, yeah, cheaper than union dues, a lot more fun, don't you think? It was like,
Man, they know their audience.
But
That's some
it-
psychological shit right there.
yeah. But the funny part of it was like everyone was picking it apart online, and I thought somebody's observation on it was really funny. It was like, if the giant corporation is sending you stuff saying, "Nah, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this," it's like, isn't that what?
Yes. To me, in
You know
my
what I
head,
mean? It's like-
if I was an
Do the
employee, I'd be
opposite.
like, oh, fuck off. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Animal Farm, George Orwell?
I do remember Animal
Yeah.
Farm. Yeah.
Didn't we have a dispute on that? I really liked that book.
I hated
but
that book.
He hated it.
You didn't
Were
like
you
it?
a fan, Derek, or I can't remember?
I think it's one of the greatest books ever written
there it is. There it is.
Nice.
of all time. But you got to read between the lines. If you're just like, what are these fucking horses and pigs talking
Yeah,
about?
Sean he's all
I get why
when I
why
had
you
to
don't
read
like
it in ninth grade, I wasn't reading between any lines. I'll tell you that much.
But when you're like, oh, the fucking pigs are like the fucking government fat cats.
Wait,
But
what?
Anyways, in Animal Farm, when they're trying to when a certain group of animals are trying to control the other animals, you remember the other animals are like, maybe they're trying to control us. I don't like this. What do? They wheel in a television and they go, watch this. And then all the animals are like, well, that's crazy. And they just stop complaining about stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's Delta.
Shit.
Yep.
Oh, you want to unionize, make your life better? Have you ever thought about getting a PlayStation?
Video games.
see Devil May Cry
Somebody did a
5?
parody of it that made me laugh really hard. Where it was because right now, a lot of video game studios are trying. They're like video game developers are trying to unionize, and Riot was kind of at the center of that. Riot Games has been at the center of all this unionizing talk, and they parodied the ad where they changed everything. Where it's like, union dues cost $700 a year. Wouldn't you rather buy a plane ticket? Riot Games. You know, it's like the opposite, the opposite of the
Yeah.
thing. Anyway, it made me laugh.
So what was the resolution? Did Delta give everybody a free console?
No,
or-
I don't think. No, it's no. They sent
sound
that.
like
They
them.
sent that ad last week, and everyone made fun of them, and that's where it's at.
They sent that to their own employees?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or they posted it up in. I don't know where
Like
they
break rooms, I
distributed it, but yeah, it was there. It was like, wouldn't it? It just seemed so like evil scheming.
I'm surprised people are not that the employees didn't walk out at Delta. That'd be like the
I think there has been an uproar since.
Did they
then.
not think
I think so. I don't
that
know.
was going to be posted on the internet?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to post that in your wherever.
also
That's going to be seen by a lot of people.
what fucking console is Delta buying? You're spending $700? Like,
But no.
what,
It says on the
got a
thing that
fucking Xbox 2?
No, it says that on the
it's
thing that a game
cheaper.
console would be cheaper.
Oh,
Like it'd be
that's
cheaper
true.
and more fun.
That's true. Switch.
Good point now.
Save
Okay,
some
now I'm
money.
gonna decide.
Somebody, I mentioned that it
games.
sounds kind of evil, whatever. Somebody in the chat says, well, it sounds evil because it is evil. It's like, oh, well, then.
True.
now
PlayStation
we have-
Classic, $40.
Have our explanation.
Yeah, okay. Hey, I've been playing a video game.
Say it ain't
Nice.
So
Yeah, it's true. Not new. Not a new game. I found my PS3, which I thought was broken. Turned out HDMI cable that was fucked up. So fixed that. Portal 2 is I'm
Oh, yeah,
playing
you've
that
been dying
again.
to play
Good.
that.
I've
Check
been
it out.
dying to play it.
You've
but
never played it?
No, I have, but it's been so long that I definitely forgot how to play it. And let me tell you, that game should be. It drives me crazy how you cannot play these games on the newer systems. Like I will buy it again. You already made it. I will
Yeah.
buy it again. Just put it on your store and don't do anything. Don't make it HD. I don't give a shit. Just put it out there.
I think we've talked about, not to derail from Portal, but I think we've talked about that when new consoles come out, there's always the argument for backwards compatibility and all that stuff. You know, whether it's across many generations, okay, whatever. They always need to play the last one. Right? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? To where you don't have to have two systems hooked up. Just let it play the games from the last system. And it sounds like Sony has said that PS5 will play 4 games.
Nice.
Out of the gate, which is great. But because lately I've been dying to replay Portal 2 as well, but I just don't want to hook up my PS3.
Yeah, it was
PS3
a,
spoiled
It was
I guess I have
honestly
one in my
it was
office, so maybe I can
It was a
play
pain in
that.
the ass. It fucking sucked, but I did it, and now I'm happy that I did. But it was like, fuck, dude. Like this, it shouldn't be so hard to play a game.
Yeah.
I mean, that game is originally a PC game, and it's always been available
On
off
Steam.
Steam.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you coming from a console player's perspective, it is a little.
I want to play it on my big TV though, and
But
I
you
don't have
got
it
it
set up.
running. You got it
I
going.
did it, but
That's
I'm saying
why-
like I'm not.
You're a
But for a
gamer.
PC version, it's like, well, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Yeah. He's going to bitch and moan.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I am going to plug the same video game I plugged last week, Shakedown Hawaii.
Yeah.
Shakedown Hawaii fucking rules. For $19.99 on the Switch, so far, my game of the year. I've been playing the shit out of this game.
Yeah, it's rare that Derek will actually like, we're like working on stuff and he stopped me in the hallway like, hey, I think you need to play this.
I want everybody to check out Shakedown
Really?
Hawaii. It's
I was
really
like,
fun.
okay.
So at first, it was like a retro throwback to the old school Grand Theft Autos, but it's so much more than that because I realized it's also like / a business management game, which hits my fucking sweet spot.
Whoa.
But it's all like mafia style. So you're on the island of Hawaii, and just like GTA, it's populated with a bunch of buildings. You can basically... The point of the game is to launch this super corporation. You want to buy up every single piece of property on Hawaii. Some of them are like coffee shops. Some of them are health food stores, auto body shops, clothing stores, all kinds of stuff. You go into these stores and you start by telling them, you need to pay me for protection money. And the people be like, I'm not paying you for protection money. So then you got to do all this mafia shit like, oh, you don't think you need protection, huh? And maybe, it gives you a challenge. You got to shake them down. Sometimes it's like, pick up a couple chairs, throw it at this fucker. You got to pick up the chairs, just start throwing it at the guy, hit him in the face. All right, fine, I'll pay you. Sometimes it's like, well, you're going to have a hard time selling stuff without any mannequins. And you got to go like beat up the mannequins or intimidate the customers. Sometimes they already pay for protection and you got to get out your guns and fight the protection they're already paying for. But once you do that, you have the option of buying the business, and then depending on what businesses you own, you can use your products to multiply your income. So like I shook down and bought like an internet marketing company, and then I was able to do like targeted internet ads for all my businesses. I shook down and I bought a Whole Foods store, and I was able to sell Whole Foods products at all my other businesses and up my income. I went from making like $10,000 a day to making like $20 million a day.
That's a lot of money.
It's so fun. It like hits my sweet spot, like I said. Plus, it's really funny. It has a lot of commentary on corporate America. Once I owned a coffee store, they're like, a lot of coffee stores aren't selling straws because it's eco-friendly. And then my character's like, yeah, it's eco-friendly. We'd also save billions of dollars not buying straws anymore, banning all the straws. And then there's like a news story like, this coffee shop puts people before profits. And then the guy's just sitting there laughing like, yeah, sure we do. Shakedown Hawaii is fucking awesome. Check it out. I highly recommend it.
Has the lack of plastic straws at places bothered you, or do you care?
I haven't encountered that yet.
Disney didn't have them, but then now they have a lot of, now they'll, like at Disneyland, they have a lot of like paper straws. It cracked me up. Is that comedian's name Chris D'Elia? Is that his name?
Yes.
It cracked me up what he tweeted the other day. Hey, you know how you put a piece of paper in water and it just gets all soggy? Okay, so why are we doing paper straws? That just cracked me up. I think paper straws are totally good, and then you hit a minute where now it's immediately mush.
Yeah, if you drink your drink in 30 seconds, you're okay.
If I get like an iced coffee, it's good until that last quarter.
We gotta figure something else
I haven't
out.
seen the video, but apparently the real change in the tide is like there's a sea turtle and they pull a plastic straw like out of his nose.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
fuck.
it's like it looks
heard
like a
about
normal turtle, and they're like, hold on.
Oh, no
like, piece of
fucking
brain
way.
on the end. So
Yeah.
I'm okay with the plastic straws. That will most
Doing
likely
that.
all end up in the ocean, not
yeah.
not being available anymore.
Yeah, I've something happened when all that started happening. I was like, yeah, I always hear how like straws are a bitch to clean out of whatever, and it's always been, and so I'm just kind of like, yeah, it made me more mindful of just using plastic I throw away all the time. You know what I mean?
I'm
like
going to-
bottled water, I don't use nearly as much as I used to.
I'm gonna serve myself up on a silver platter. Here's my head. You get the axe. You chop it off. I'm throwing this one. If anybody out there enjoys hating me, I'm gonna put some fodder in your cannon. I watched a movie on Netflix this week from beginning to end. Wine Country.
Okay.
That's a new series, or
No, it's a movie.
Oh, it is a movie.
It's a
Oh, I thought it
movie
was a series.
starring all the old actresses from SNL that are not funny. Anna Gasteyer, Maya Rudolph, Amy Poehler.
See, I like Maya Rudolph and Amy Poehler.
Yeah,
I
same
think they're
here.
funny.
I don't. It's a bunch of 50-year-old women
Why
that
did you watch
want to
this then?
celebrate a birthday, and so they go to wine country and they just drink wine and they just talk about like, remember when we used to be young? It was one of the worst fucking movies.
Well, yeah, it looked terrible.
It looked terrible, and I was like so oddly fascinated, like how bad could this really be? And I watched it from beginning to end, fucking hating it the whole time. It was a very Rocco-esque moment.
You like to
my
torture
God.
So you
yourself.
enjoyed watching it.
I was getting a kick out of watching
Okay.
it, though at my enjoyment meter was consistently below 3% for the entire time.
Wow.
But there was literally one moment in the entire film that I actually enjoyed.
Okay.
And one character has like a mental breakdown, like my life is fucked. The world is fucked. I'm upset about the environment. And then she just goes off like all the fucking plastic is just in the ocean. The whole ocean is filled with plastic. There's like one rhinoceros left in the world. And I was like, that's funny. I like that. I identified with that.
Okay.
All this environmental talk just reminded me that I watched Wine Country. The
Couldn't
Netflix
have paid
original.
me.
I know. It's. I'm not telling anybody to watch it. Don't watch it. It was a testament of my mental fortitude that I got through it all the way to the end.
I
It
have
was
been
garbage.
watching. I am not done with it yet on Netflix. A movie called Film Worker, and it is a documentary about a guy who was in Barry Lyndon with Stanley Kubrick, and then became obsessed with him and became his like not assistant, but like just started working for him and like quit acting to be with him full time.
Oh, I've heard of this guy.
Yeah.
To be with Kubrick.
Yes, and like he's the guy who like picked Danny for The Shining.
He was like his personal assistant for
Yeah.
the rest of Stanley Kubrick's life.
Yes, and like basically like devoted, like was a pretty successful actor. Basically quit that just to follow him wherever he went.
Wow.
So like it's really interesting. They interview like Lee Emery, is that his name?
Yeah, Arlie Emery.
Arlie Emery.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, before he died, obviously. Like it's fucking crazy. So I saw it thinking of you guys. I think I'm not done yet.
I didn't
but,
know
like,
about this.
I
It
think you would
sounds
really
interesting.
enjoy it. It's really really interesting. You see a lot of like things about behind the scenes of these movies I've never seen before.
Filmmaker?
Film worker.
Film worker.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So check it out.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
It's really cool.
I didn't get to finish my thought. Before we went to the plugs, I said that I also read a book and I also read about fucked up eyeballs.
Oh yeah,
And I
what-
never paid
hit
that
it.
off.
Sure.
I have been reading. It just came out this week. I've been deeply engrossed in Howard Stern's new book.
Hey now.
Yeah.
He this week he finally put out his new book, Howard Stern Comes Again, and I have been. I didn't know what to kind of expect from it. It's like, oh, there's interviews in it, or what is this? It's his favorite interviews over the years that he's done his show, but they're not only listed by like, okay, here's this celebrity and that celebrity, but then there's also like sections of it too, where it's like, here's a section all about money stuff. Like here's when celebrities talked candidly about how they make their money and how much they make and different sections like that. But what's great is it's all got his commentary on each interview. So it's like, okay, here's when I talked to Harvey Weinstein. And when this interview was over, I talked to Robin and I said, I don't think he's being honest about the casting couch stuff. And you know what I mean? Like it's got all of his kind of like commentary on stuff. It's really great. But what's awesome about it, like the whole first chunk of the book is just him talking and kind of explaining his mindset. And it's really cool seeing him reflect on like, staying kind of like, he's got an edgy show, but being more reflective in terms of, he's like, I used to go into my shows just really combative and like wanting to like, oh, I'm going to get this reaction and that's it. But now he's like, but now that I'm older, it's kind of more like, isn't it more interesting kind of getting something a little deeper out of them and like, you know what I mean? Just like having that self-reflection, I thought was really interesting, and it's been a really great book. But I brought up the eye thing because he interviewed Tracy Morgan. I think he had the first interview after Tracy Morgan came back from his accident that
Yeah,
he
I
had.
think he did.
Yeah.
When he got hit by a Walmart truck or whatever that was. And he talked about he was blind for a week after he woke up. So he was in a coma for 8 or 9 days. And then when he woke up, there were like 5 or 6 where his eyes were off. And I just thought what a terrifying week that must have been. Can you imagine being days in and going like, is this going to come back? Is it like, that was so scary to read about, where he was just like,
Yikes.
Yeah,
And-
every day was like, I think you guys are gonna come back on. It's like basically synapses just were so injured they weren't working. But it's like, well, they're gonna heal, right? Like they're good. Oh my God, his all his shit. Let it not be forgotten what happened to Tracy Morgan during that.
and his
like
friend-
his shit was.
His friend died,
His
right?
friend got
His friend
killed.
actually died.
So
yeah.
when he woke up from that coma too, they had to hit him with the news like, yeah, you've been
God.
asleep for 8 months, and
yeah,
your buddy's gone.
that was insane. But anyway, the eye thing, I did not be able to see for a week and not know like what's gonna happen.
Didn't he get like $3 billion?
Oh,
from
Walmart paid out the ass for that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, so that's good publicity for Walmart too.
I think since then, didn't he buy like
the brother up?
doesn't he
Is what
own
you're
like sharks now or something?
Oh, he
Like,
talked about
he
that.
has like an
yeah.
aquarium in his house now.
It's like win-win.
Yeah, that's true.
I
He
like
could
rare
see-
exotic fish.
yeah.
That's a great impression.
I'm Brian Fellows.
Dude, that was racist.
No, that's a
Damn.
classic Saturday Night Live sketch. Classic SNL character Brian Fellows.
That is.
You guys never
Brian
seen
Fellows.
classic SNL?
Nope, never seen it.
Wow. Get cultured,
Yeah,
y'all.
I literally don't know what you're talking about.
Literally
You're
no
just,
idea.
You're doing a Tracy Morgan impersonation, and that ain't cool.
Somebody gonna get pregnant.
Oh fuck!
You can't. I'm not allowed to.
Holy shit!
Fuck, dude.
Fuck. Don't make me moonwalk.
What's your? Oh fuck! What's your Twitter handle?
I don't plug that.
I put it in every
You're about to get
podcast.
added.
I don't promote.
I promote it for
Sean
you
promotes
every
it.
single
Garrett
week.
doesn't.
Every single week, I put it under.
Why do you? How could you do that? I'm probably.
You don't know that? What?
I'm probably gaining all these unexpected
Sean,
followers.
what's his Twitter handle?
It's at Garrett Hunter.
No.
But every time we do a podcast, when the first time we have a close up on it, I have a nameplate where it's like our name and then our Twitter.
you don't watch our podcast. I'm on it.
Well,
I don't watch
I
the
thought you
podcast
wanted. I
either.
thought that was a nice thing to do.
That's okay. You're.
It looked
you know
more
what?
professional.
I don't even know. What
You know
we say
what?
here.
That's helpful.
What
Maybe
better-
one day I'll get verified.
What better podcast to watch than the one you're on? I mean, that's just. I mean,
But I lived
You know
it.
it's going to appeal to you.
I would rather spend more time getting research for this
It's not.
podcast.
No, it's not logical. It's just not.
That's like grading your own homework. You're not capable of doing that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I disagree.
I'm
Who
close
better
to
to
it.
grade it?
The guy who-
I would like to grade my own
You ever
homework.
have a teacher when you were young and they'd sit you down and be like, what grade do you think you deserve?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That fucked me up.
I always said C.
Yeah, as a kid, I was so low self-esteem, I would always give myself a low grade.
Yeah, me too.
Like an idiot. Hey, anybody watching, if you're still in school and your teacher says, what grade do you think you deserve? Your answer should be like, they don't have a grade good enough for what I deserve. A+ doesn't come close to what I've been accomplishing in this class.
I should
S rank, baby.
I should get college credit for this paper.
Yeah. I should be teaching you.
In the few times that happened to me, I always said A-. Like, hey, you know what? I'm not as engaged in this as I want, but I do a good job. So that was.
You know
it.
what I thought
I was
when they asked me that
somewhat
question
confident.
is how fucking lazy are you? I did the work, you give me the grade. This is the system that you set up and I'm just following.
I wish
So
I could
why
go-
the fuck are you asking me?
I would blow my fucking teacher's mind if I could go back in time and answer that question again.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, A, quadruple A, quintuple A.
With a plus at the end.
Fuck, you should go to the fucking store and buy a block of gold and forge the letter A and present it to me on a silver platter and write a thank you note in your own blood for having me performing in your class. That's how fucking good I've done.
Performing.
What would the teacher say to that? Well, I think I'm going to give you a C.
In terms of a teacher being like a lack of confidence or lack of effort, whatever you want to call it, I still think back all the time and get my stomach turns when I think about my English teacher in like 11th grade. When you had to do book talks at our high school, you would have to read whole books and then they would interview you about the book. Like,
They quiz you.
So you read, you'd have to read like 1,000 pages per semester or whatever it was. And so it'd be like, okay, I read this 600-page Harry Potter book. Okay, well, and they'd flip to a page. Who is Fat Stanley or whatever? I don't know, a Harry Potter character.
That's him. That's
Fat
his
Stanley.
best friend.
Who's that? Oh, that's his best friend at school. Oh, okay. You know, they interview you about it. I was pretty good at bullshitting him, but I actually read the first Harry Potter book
Okay.
quickly. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, I was a very busy high school kid, and so I gave it to her, and she's like, "What was it?" She was like, "Where did Harry Potter live?" And I was like, "Hogwarts."
Yeah.
No, it's under the stairs. Oh, okay. It's like I don't remember that part. Okay.
I had the same experience.
She asked me a couple things, and then I was like, "Yeah, I don't know." She asked me really specific stuff, and I was like, "Yeah." I read this really fast. Like I'm not gonna lie, and so I told her that, and she's like, "Okay, well, I'll still give you credit." Okay, and then man, that was on a Friday, and then Monday I came in, and she was like, "Hey, I took away the credit for that book. I just thought about it over the weekend."
What
and,
a fucking.
and it was
Whoa.
okay, so that was a huge waste of my time? Like, should I? Well, you can interview again for half credit.
Oh.
No, I'll just fucking fail this fucking class, I guess. I don't want to do this again.
Yeah, at our high school, we were in school right when the Harry Potter books were like being released.
Yeah.
Before the movies, right?
Before the movies, the books hadn't all even been written at that
Yeah,
point. I
no,
think
no,
maybe
no.
like 3 or 4 books had come out when we were in school.
My senior year, the 4th one came out.
Yeah. And we had a teacher who was obsessed with them. And I don't know if you guys had this teacher, but in my English
I think I know what you're
class,
talking about, but no.
they would tell us like, okay, a lot of people are reading these Harry Potter books. I know you're passing them around and
Yeah.
you're telling each other the stories. We suspect a lot of people are faking their book talks about Harry Potter. So we have a teacher here who's read them all repeatedly. We have a Harry Potter expert. So if anybody here is reading Harry Potter, just know we're really going to quiz you to make sure you read them. And I legitimately read like the 4th book. I just jumped right into number 4 because somebody handed it to me and I was like reading it.
And everyone was real hyped on that one.
Had no context for Harry Potter as my first experience with it. And I blew through like all, how many pages? Like 400 something pages in one night. And then I go in for my book talk the next day, like, okay, we're really going to quiz you. Who are the Dursleys? I don't know. You don't know? Yeah, I read this all last night. I could tell you what I remember, but I don't remember who those people are. And it was like, what do you want me to fucking say?
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember. You're the expert, and I'm the kid who experienced this all last night.
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
How can
There's
I
no
compete with
pleasing
your
you.
knowledge? Is this a fucking quiz on who's a bigger Harry Potter fan? That's you, ma'am. You win.
Well, so after that, after the Harry Potter thing, I went into full bullshit mode because I figured, well, better to bullshit my way through 8 fake books that I didn't read than fail on ones that I spent all my time reading. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, fake books like they didn't exist?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I guess no. They're real books.
Oh, okay.
Fake book talks in terms of I didn't read them. So I just started bringing in bullshit that I didn't read, and I realized the woman, my English teacher, was a real old woman, and I realized if I start bringing in fucking Star Wars books, what's she gonna ask me about?
Right.
She doesn't understand any of this shit. So that was my, because she screwed me so bad on that one book that I honestly thought, well, now I'm gonna cheat. You know what I mean? Like, so I started bringing in like, here's the I don't know the name of the
Shadows of the
books.
Empire.
No, I read that one, but
No, real
other
obscure
ones,
ones.
yeah, real obscure ones. Here's Admiral Thrawn's Crazy Day Part 2, and I'd bring it in, and she would be like, oh, now who's Boba Fett? Bounty hunter. Oh, now what's who's Prince Shizor? Space Prince. He's got pheromones. Okay. You know, I would just say Star Wars facts, and she'd go, "Oh, you read this one inside and out," and it's like whatever.
The Grundalorian tournament.
But then I would bring in like the Death of Superman, which I didn't read, like the novelization, and she would go, "Oh, who's Crypto?" And I'd go, "Oh," and I didn't know, so I'd go villain. And she'd go, says here it's his dog. and then I would improvise. I'd go, oh, I was thinking of Kryptova, who is a space prince from another planet next to Krypton, and he thought he was denied the throne. And she'd go, oh, so it's kind of Shakespearean. Okay. And then she'd give me the credit. And it's like, oh, so just make shit up enough that she doesn't question it.
Getting back to Harry Potter, the Dursleys, I know who they are now because Harry Potter is such a cultural thing. I know the story inside and out, but it's my first experience with the book. There's like 3 chapters in the beginning of the book, and then it moves on to so much other shit.
And
I
it
just
was a
wasn't
brand
ready
new
for that
thing at
question.
the time.
It was.
Really, it was a new thing.
But just like you, after that, they actually gave me credit because I legitimately read the book and pleaded with them. Like, I'll tell you so much about the fucking house elves and the fucking tournament and all the shit that I remember. But after that point, it was like, you know what? I'm going to get a book nobody here has ever fucking heard of.
Yeah.
I went to the bookstore and got a 1,000-page fantasy book.
Oh, shit.
Called,
Awesome.
I believe it was called The Redemption of Athalas.
Yeah.
And I just flipped to the middle of the book and read like one chapter and went into the book talk and pulled it all out of my ass.
Oh, man.
The middle of the book has all this random shit in it. And so I just cited all that. They have a guy who can like see through time, so he knows what's going to happen. But then somebody hits him in the back of the head with an axe, and he actually like he goes blind. So he can't see in the real world, but he can only see through time. And like, and what happens in the end? Oh, they fucking have to stop all these guys doing time travel, making shit up, and 1,000
awesome.
pages worth of credit for like 20 minutes worth of
Yeah.
effort.
And you know what's funny? The biggest book I ever read doing those book talks, whatever you call them, in high school was in my senior year. I actually I got a book that was the history of video games till now. And it was like that. I mean, it was a phone
Nice.
book. And I read it cover to cover. I'm like, I actually want to know the history of video games. I'm interested in that subject. And and I read that, and that was like, this is all the pages I need the whole semester. And I studied it inside and out. I'm like, I'm going to answer any question. Because this is a younger guy teacher. He was a lot more sharp to stuff. And so I gave him the book, and he's like, all right, I'm going to interview you on this. Okay, so what's the deal with the Dreamcast? Oh, that's Sega's latest console. Nice. And so the memory card, what's different about that? And I'm like, the Dreamcast came out like a month ago. I'm like, it has a
VMU?
screen on it. Nice. All right, there you go, man. It's like, I read that whole fucking book, and he asked me what the deal was with the Dreamcast.
The thing that you've been playing with every day after
And
school.
that's what people are saying in the chat, and I totally agree. That I really think those years that we were forced to read books and how many pages burnt out my reading core in my
it
brain.
definitely did.
Because
It
I always
kills me
loved
on it,
reading.
dude.
I always loved reading, and then high school made me hate it like it was work.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
they stopped doing that.
Yeah, they did stop doing that after we graduated. They like killed that.
Yeah, my
program.
sister never had to do that.
And but it made me like get repulsed by certain types of reading. Now I will still read nonfiction, no problem. Like this Howard Stern book and stuff. Just if it's something I'm interested in, it's the best way to download tons of information. So into my brain, So I'll read tons of nonfiction, but fiction like novels and stuff. It's like my brain burnt out after high school. It breaks my heart.
I may be the one person who had the opposite experience. I never really enjoyed reading, but because we were forced to do book talks, my friends would be like, yo, I read this book.
Yeah.
I think you'll like this. And I actually discovered giant novels are not my thing, but small books, 150 to 200 pages. Novellas.
Yeah.
I just found my speed with that. And people were like, read this one. And they were short, and I really enjoyed them. So I kind of discovered what I liked.
Interesting.
Because people were like, I know you got this book talk coming up, Derek. Here,
Yeah.
read this one. I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
You know
well,
what-
I guess that could happen. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, I guess that could happen if you never read it all. I guess it could get you into it. But I was reading and I didn't.
No, I was just gonna say that I guarantee you that the teacher would only ask you the questions judging by your body language. If you look nervous, they're gonna grill you. If you look confident, they don't care. Like I know that they probably saw some kid just like, it's like, oh, this fucker is trying to get away with these pages.
The whole idea is ludicrous. Like, I'm a teacher. I've never read this book. You just handed me 500 pages, and I'm supposed to quiz you on it, and I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm going to flip to a random page and be like, all right, what's an elf? and the kid, if he literally answers anything, I'd be like, all right, I think you read it. Like, what kind of fucking test is that?
Somebody in the chat asked this, and I am just curious. Did you like reading Shakespeare, or did you hate that? Because I personally felt like if I had to read it on my own, not on my own. I think Shakespeare is meant to be read like a reading, like a play. Like, not necessarily you have to memorize it, but you know what I mean? Like, reading it, when we would read it out loud in class,
I like that.
I would enjoy that. Some more than others. Some of them I was like, not feeling. Like, I think we did Julius Caesar. I wasn't really feeling that. But when we did Hamlet, I thought, this rules. Hamlet fucking rules. I really got into it. I still like Hamlet, and like, even like they did that 4-hour movie, and I was like fucking into it. So some stories more than others, but that's how I felt.
I love Shakespeare, but I hated getting exposed to Shakespeare. I think that the stories are so good, but as a child being forced to read English from 400 years ago, it's a fucking tough barrier to get through.
Sure.
If you can get through it and really appreciate what's actually going on in the story, it's amazing. But, I think just thy instead of the is enough to keep people out of really understanding and digesting what's really going on in Shakespeare.
Yeah.
He probably stole all those stories anyways. So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what?
bullshitter.
I saw Shakespeare in Love. That's all.
Nice.
Just letting everyone know that
Nice.
I saw
Best
that.
picture.
Saw that.
Best picture. You know what? I saw it and I liked it a lot.
Paltrow, baby.
I did like it. Did you see it? Have you ever seen
No,
it?
I never did.
You know what? I was mad at it because I'm like, if Saving Private Ryan lost to this movie, fuck this movie. But it wasn't bad. Like, don't watch it going into that mindset. It was just a good movie.
Well, is there anything else? I think we're hitting that time.
It's not.
I
nothing.
wanted to say thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks for another great week doing this podcast.
Oh yeah.
Hey, if you haven't had a chance yet, we wanted to let you know. If you haven't looked into it, we wanted to let you know at the end of this year. Well, not the very end. November 9th and 10th. Are those the dates of game days this year? Mega64 Game Days 2019 is happening this November.
That's right.
We wanted to let you know that it's the best weekend every year without fail. Ask anybody, they will confirm my words.
Let's talk about last year, how good it was.
Oh man.
We had DJ
Highlights.
Doug Pound come
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
In the mix.
Did a set, comedy spectacular,
Yeah.
spectacular. Then does a Q&A session. You get to dive under the surface, see what's going on under the hood of this comedy genius. I think a lot of people don't even realize that he was there performing and answering questions and showing off all this stuff.
That was great.
We've had Fatal Farm in the past, showing off everything they've done creatively, how they do the crazy. I didn't even realize they did like all the crazy Old Spice commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
all this awesome stuff, talking about their RoboCop recreation where he shoots the dicks off of everybody. It was...
They even gave props away for
they
that.
gave exploded dicks out. It's so cool every year. I mean, it's the best event of the year.
Yeah.
If you like comedy and entertainment and us.
And that's our day one event. And then day two, we're all going to California Adventure. So, I mean, it's, again, like you can't top it. It's going to be the best. Go to mega64.com/game days for all the info. Tickets to day one are on sale. And then actually in the probably by the time you're watching this on Tuesday, I haven't it's not up yet, but we have a discount link for park tickets, for going to California Adventure or Disneyland, whichever one you want to go to. It's all right there in the same place. So look for that. Mega64.com/game days. And cool. Thank you, everybody. And we're going to end on kind of a cool note. Oh, wait. So,
Gotta go wide shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
here, we'll end on another Crush video. Kevin, get the camera ready. Kevin, hold the camera still.
Oh my.
I'm too turned on. I can't.
Oh, God, he's horny. Oh, God, he's horny.
I'm horned up.